Or welcome back if this is your first time with us.
I'm Theresa.
And I'm David. And we are performers and creators in Minneapolis. If you have seen our first podcast, we talked just a little bit more about who we are and how we got here, because we're not just, doing a little tag team podcast here.
More importantly, above all, we're madly in love.
Oh.
And we're married.
We are? We're married. What's that? Oh, whoa! Get that up.
Ching! Marriage power!
Marriage power! Couple of nerds.
Pretty much.
We have so much awesome stuff to talk about today. Number 2. Here we go.
Podcast 2.
You know what
Podcast
they say?
Deuce.
Number 2. Drop the deuce. Let's just get started.
Yeah.
I think that it is fair to say that you and I are in a relationship.
I guess you could say that.
I think so. I think the marriage really solidified that.
It really does.
When you have to sign documents, that's a relationship for sure. So we kind of have some advice that we wanted to share. And it's really important. I want to be able to say right at the top, I don't want this to seem like, oh, we have everything nailed down perfectly, and like you just got to listen to what we say because we got all the answers. The most important thing is that we don't have all the answers, and we're figuring it out. We're working as we go. And I think it's really important for us to be open and honest about, let's not get it twisted. We're best friends. We're like perfect for each other. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that, us individually are perfect. We'll mess up sometimes.
Yeah.
And
and especially doing a podcast like this and doing the other videos we're doing, it can be so easy to just portray perfection. And that's what a lot of people want to do with social media and even in real life. People just want to show their very best side so they can be accepted and stuff like that. But we just want to be real with everyone and show our best moments and some of our worst moments and how we work through those to grow with each other.
I think that was very well said.
Thank you.
This was a crazy, awesome week. A lot of ups and downs. I've been super sick, which is never helpful. But we've been having so much fun working together and getting these podcasts done. And I think we had some growing pains a little bit. But what's cool is when you have a teammate who has got your back, and is there to like help you self-scout, right? That's something we're going to talk about later. I can just take a quick second.
Yeah,
give a little
just
definition
define it,
here. Okay, I'm going to talk about the Patriots later, and we'll get to that. Huge Patriots fan. Don't stop watching. Totally nice guy.
We love sports in general, so.
Patriots famous for self-scouting. So even a wildly successful organization that on the surface could look like, man, they just do everything right. But they are brutally honest with themselves about what they can continue to do better. And we want to kind of apply that to ourselves in life, not just in our relationship, but a little bit in everything.
Yeah.
And it's important to have the right balance of not being unkind to yourself, not always focusing on negative of maybe what you've done or focusing too much on I need to be better. It's about just taking a step back, having an honest evaluation of maybe we had some kind of argument is too strong a word, but some kind of disagreement about something.
Just like not being on the same page, kind of missing each other.
Taking a step back, not worrying about, what the other person was doing, but say, let me take an honest look at myself. Don't give yourself too much of a pass. Don't be unkind to yourself. Just self-scout. Yeah,
and I just wanted to share a little bit of my personal experience this week because I feel like, as a person, you make leaps. You have a really good season,
and then you fall on your butt on the ice.
I should tell that story later.
I hurt myself badly.
You really took a tumble, and I wish I could have recorded it. Anyway.
Yeah, well. Sorry, you take leaps.
You take leaps as humans, and you're in a really good season, and then maybe you get in a season where you're like, I just keep missing it, and maybe that season lasts a couple days, maybe it lasts a year or two, like everybody goes through something different. But this week was absolutely one of those moments where I needed to either like fight or flight, like in the sense of like either use these feelings to grow and become just a stronger person, or just like get even more inwardly to myself and like it just not good. So I have to give a huge shout out to my mom, because I was kind of at a low point of feeling just so stressed and like being so inwardly, and self-scout is such a balance, because you want to look inwardly, but you want to be honest with yourself. And I was putting a lot of burden. I was like, I feel crazy. Like, why do I feel so stressed and so frustrated and so angry? I shouldn't feel this way. Instead of saying, wait a second, why do I feel this way? What do I want? And also, what does David want? And what is David's perspective? And I was just kind of missing that mark. And I was like, Mom, I need your help. So, Carmela Sterling, you're amazing. We love you so much. You're our buddy.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. And so I talked with her, and it's really good to get another perspective, because sometimes when you're in a relationship, you're just so focused, and sometimes so focused on yourself.
That's what's so crazy.
Yeah.
Is like you're with somebody who, and if somebody just walked up to one of us and was like, "Hey, would you jump off a bridge for Theresa?" I'd be like, boy, I would love to not have to do that, but I totally would. If
do it.
If in some kind of, whatever scenario, I would be willing to do that for you. I mean, I'd jump in front of a train for you. I would throw my hand on a blade for you.
I don't think that's so
hand. And yet, 100% it is. We'll Google it right now.
No, it's not.
Bruno Mars, not one of his best songs. Point is, you're with somebody that, like I said, like we're saying, we want to be open about we're growing too. We don't want anybody to look at us and see us as some kind of like, oh, they're just get along all the time, too perfect, could never have that. We have growing moments too.
Because we're human, we're imperfect, and that means
we are definitely best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are perfect for each other. We feel like we're made for each other. We hold hands while we're brushing our teeth.
That is true.
I don't know if that's weird.
Even when we're like absolutely exhausted, I don't know if you can see our hands, but we're like this.
And yet, sometimes you get in a situation where it's like all you can think about is yourself, and you're not even able to hear the other person. And then afterwards, you're like, why would I do that? Like, this is the person I care about more than anything. It's wild how that happens sometimes.
And especially, like, we're both really hard on ourselves, and we never want to hurt each other, and we never want to, like, we've also realized that we are really quick to be defensive. Like, I can acknowledge that now. Like, I'm really quick to be like, oh, it's not my fault, and you never want it to be your fault. But it's so important to, like look inside and just ask yourself, like, what am I bringing to the table in this situation? Like, why is there so much stress? Why is there so much tension? And not like put so much burden on yourself, but also not putting burden on the other person and saying like, well, it's not me at all, or like saying, oh, it's totally my fault, because that's immediately where I go.
That's again the honesty thing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can like take on more responsibility than you're even supposed to, and that in a weird way is almost giving yourself a pass.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
We had the thing was, we had so many opportunities this week where we could have just walked away from a conversation or a situation and not pushed through to get on the same page. But that's like our whole thing that we want to do, is always push through, always take the time to make sure we're on the same page. Right?
Well, and especially if you feel like you're just missing each other, you don't want to just keep missing each other and be like, well, and then shove all of your emotions down and just like move past that. You want to say, okay, let's turn towards each other and let's work through this. And the biggest thing this week was like, it's never a waste of time to do that. It's never a waste of time to say, we're going to take however long it takes to get back onto the same page.
It's harder. Sometimes it's way harder pushing through like that.
But it's so worth it. And the biggest thing I wanted to say that I learned this week in like, not poor guy has been sick all week. But to be looking inwardly, asking yourself, what do you want? Asking yourself, what does he want? And when you take yourself out of like being in your feelings, I love that David said this, like being in your feelings. I do that so often where I'm just so caught up in how I feel. It's like, this is how I feel, and I'm trying to figure out how I feel, but this is how I feel, and that's all that matters. And instead of doing that, saying, okay, this is how I feel, but how also does he feel? And once you get outside of your own head and your own feelings, it was like my eyes were open, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't have to put so much weight on myself. I don't have to be so defensive, and I don't have to be causing stress where it doesn't need to be there. And also like just not being so stressed in general as a person. But to say like, you know, that I was just gonna say my eyes were like open to that, and I was able to see in a moment of where there could have been that missing each other, I was able to say, you know what, I see this in David, I'm gonna be helpful and I'm gonna be encouraging, and it just like made a situation that could have gone like this, it was like this.
It's like this.
Hey,
that sounds great. Yeah, I think that was pretty good. You know, that was a lot that we just threw out there.
I know,
but that's
a
a lot of what we've been working through. And by the way, none of that means that we were ever not just crazy about each other. It's just that it's important to know. Let's say you found somebody that you're just head over heels for. We catch eyes sometimes, and I'm like, huh? No, but you find somebody that makes you feel like that, and I think for some people, then they hit that first hiccup, and it's like, oh, maybe it wasn't what I thought it was. It's like, no. It's just important to know that every relationship's going to be like that, and that's totally okay.
Yeah.
And
well, because you're best friends. Like it's so important to be best friends with the person that you're with, because like that's where the relationship starts, like to know a person and want to get to know them better, in each of those growing moments. And another thing I wanted to say was that in those moments where it's like you're missing each other and like you're not sure what's happening, you're confused, those moments are growing moments. It's not like, oh man, our relationship is broken, or like, oh, this moment is horrible. It's like, instead of thinking about it that way, in the very beginning of our relationship, we were like, those moments are growing moments for us as a couple,
it's such
and
an
us as
opportunity,
people.
right? That's the best way to think about it.
Big opportunity.
We have a huge opportunity.
Huge.
No, didn't know you were going to try to dust off.
It just came out.
No, it just came out. I was going with like we're selling something thing. Oh, okay. Well, timer's going off.
Timer's going off. We can just go on and on, which is why we have
such good news. That means it is almost halftime, which is my favorite part of our podcast. But first, all right, we're talking about communication here, right? And listening to each other. However, sometimes what one of us has to say just doesn't really interest the other one, and that's okay, right? We're very similar people. We have so many similar interests and tastes, but there are some times if I'm talking about sports or something and I'm going a little deep, and I can see that you're just like literally, you're so nice, like you're so kind, and you're still just humoring me.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe that's part of a successful relationship.
It
just
is
humoring each other in those moments.
Yeah. Well, because you're not always gonna like love the exact same things, but you love that person. You love that person. Yeah. So like, yeah.
So we're gonna do a new segment today. What do you got? Oh yeah. Called. You wanna say it at the same time? Oh.
Wait, what is it? Oh, okay. It's called Humor Me.
All right. So we're gonna put 60 seconds up on the clock. Okay. Let's get that out there. 60 seconds. You want to go first?
I'm gonna go first.
All right. I'm gonna time you 60 seconds. I don't know what you're gonna talk about. I probably won't care, but I'm gonna humor you for 60 seconds. Okay?
I'm ready.
You ready? And go.
Okay, so one thing that I find that David kind of tunes out a little bit is when I talk about fashion, because I love fashion and it doesn't really interest him. But It's spring, like it's springtime. I'm just saying it's springtime in Minnesota, and I'm so excited for spring. And in the spring, I really get interested in hairstyles, and I'm usually more interested in like clothing or outfits, but hairstyles. So I'm trying to talk really fast now.
You're doing really well.
So hair trend that I love this season is bobby pins. So bobby pins are back in, and like an excessive amount of bobby pins showing in your hair, because normally you're trying to hide them or like stick them in a bun or whatever, but like show them off. And so I'm just showing you a couple pictures here of like some super cool and like hair clips too. So not just bobby pins, but big chunky clips. Like
you have 10 seconds.
Sparkly or not sparkly, and I'm actually gonna like take a picture of myself later with a bunch of hairpins in. Yeah, because then that'd be fun.
If it was on you, I'd be interested. Stop talking. You're done.
Woo! That was hard.
Cool. Do you feel humored? Because I don't want to talk about bobby pins for the rest of the week.
Ooh, that's close to my water.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny.
But I hope that you guys will wear your bobby pins now.
You are done. You had your 60 seconds.
Okay.
Don't talk about it
now
again.
it's David's turn. Are you ready?
I am thinking.
3, 2, 1.
All right, go ahead. All right, so I mentioned earlier New England Patriots. Huge Patriots fan. Also, every New England Patriots fan, if they're being honest, is a huge Tom Brady fan. Almost above the team. Love Tom Brady. I personally think he's even more attractive than Giselle. I don't know. You don't have to answer that. Anyways, I just wanted to say, Tom Brady haters aggravate me so much because it's dumb, stupid people that are ignorant, dumb people. And they're not objective, they're completely biased. Oh, shoot.
30
you were supposed to give me 30 seconds. One thing. Okay, people say Tom Brady's not athletic. Guess what? He was drafted to play 2 different sports, not just football, but also baseball. He was a left-handed hitter and a catcher. Oh my goodness, my time is up.
10 seconds.
Aaron Rodgers wasn't. Cam Newton wasn't. Also, last season, according to PFF, Pro Football Focus, Tom Brady had a higher percentage of air yards than did Patrick Mahomes, so he doesn't just dink and dunk.
Done.
Oh, you're right. That was super difficult.
Yeah. Good night, Tom Brady. I'm a huge fan of Tom Brady now, just because.
Thanks for humoring me.
David did take me through the life, I guess the career. Well, and the life a little bit.
I made you watch 2 different documentaries.
That
was when the Super Bowl was here
yes.
in Minneapolis, so we kind of had no choice.
Yeah, and so I know a lot about the New England?
No!
I have a really hard time saying New England Patriots.
Theresa Alvarado.
I'm sorry.
I'm filing for divorce.
Okay, that's not even funny.
If you ever say the New England Patriots again, we are through.
I didn't say
we're fighting
I said
right
New
now.
England. I think that's what I said.
That was so embarrassing for you and me.
I'm sweating now.
Let's go into halftime.
Okay, halftime. So excited. Every podcast we're doing 7 seconds in heaven, which means that we're just taking a little break to kiss a little bit because it's been quite a few minutes before we kiss, and
we just can't go the full podcast, but we also don't want to make everybody uncomfortable.
So if you're with somebody you love, or you got your dog with you, or whatever you want to do, give them a smooch.
But not a cat.
But not a cat, because that would be gross. I don't know.
Anyways, I'm about ready.
So this is 7 seconds in heaven.
Hey. Now we got some juice. Wow. We're back. Thank you. Sir, may I have another?
Sir! No, I'm just kidding.
I just wanted to, I totally forgot, we forgot at the beginning to say, we've obviously made a little upgrade in the audio department. Oh, Theresa, what's that in your ear?
What is this?
Oh my goodness. Are we sponsored by Apple and Nike?
Oh my gosh. I wish, but actually.
Please. Any reps of Apple and Nike? Again, the billions of people that are watching, at least one of them's gotta be.
I know, right?
So.
Yeah, we got an upgrade.
No more dangling.
The Apple AirPods. So if the audio is better, let us know, because then we're gonna keep these. We're on a little trial just to see.
Look at this range of motion.
I know.
You see that?
I can be like.
I can go down. I can. Yep,
my chair sounds squeaky.
I can go around town. Watch out.
Oh. That was.
That's fine.
But we should totally do like a spoof on the AirPods commercial. You know how it's like,
Oh, because they're
like
so
really
cool.
good dancers and they're so cool, and we should just be like, AirPods.
Listen,
They're out of control.
AirPods. We're out of control.
Any hoot.
Hey, random question that we didn't have planned at all. Theresa, do you have like anything you want to talk about? Maybe you had some kind of audition or something recently?
Yes.
You did? How'd that go? Did it go really well?
No.
Why don't you tell us about it?
So, we have gone to quite a few auditions now here in Minneapolis, and it's such a great town for the arts, such a great like opportunity to be in Minneapolis, but it doesn't always go so well in the audition arena. And
Listen, any performer knows what that's like, to have a bad audition or just a weird audition.
I know. So here's my audition story for the week.
Hit us.
So I get a call from my agent, and they're like, "Hey, I got an audition for you." And I actually love my agent so much. And she's describing the character that I'm going to be playing in this commercial, because there's a lot of commercial auditions in this town. And she's like, "You're going to be female, very strong.
It's female, really helpful to start with.
I'm great for that." She said she's gonna like very lively, and it's like healthy, kind of fitness related, very strong. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can totally do that. So I was thinking, I'm like, oh, what should I wear to this audition? I was like, the sides felt very like health fitness related, so I was like, maybe I should wear fitness clothes. Yeah. So I wear a fitness outfit. And I get to the audition, and I'm the only one wearing a fitness outfit.
Ew, awkward.
First strike against me. It's always awkward. Everybody's in like business casual, and I'm like, I think I'm missing something here. So I go into the audition, and I actually know one of the ladies coordinating the audition. She's a family friend, and it's always awkward when you know somebody, but they are like all business. And you're like, hey. So that was really awkward. So I do my first take of the audition, and obviously like I'm very like lively, bubbly, and I do it like, I'm a strong woman, yada, 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 whatever the lines are.
Yada, yada, yada.
And they stop me after the first one, and they're like, so this character, she's actually like BA. Like, she's super cool, and she's like, whatever, and this is how I'm playing her. And she's like, I don't need to know anything, like I'm just super cool. And
I don't need to know anything. That's so funny.
And I
don't need to know anything. That's how BA I am.
So this is what they're telling me that the character actually is. So I came into this audition having practiced a totally opposite version of what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And that was really awkward. And so they were super kind enough to give me like another 6 or 7 takes.
67 takes?
67 takes! And we get towards the end, and they're like, it's just feeling a little Disney. Ooh. And I was like,
that's brutal.
But I'm also thinking like, yeah, I am a little Disney. Like,
yeah,
you want me to be doing something that doesn't come naturally to me. Like, I'm a cool person, and I can do tough, but as soon as I open my mouth, I'm like, la 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 la. Like, you would never think, oh, that's a tough chick. So I'm trying to do it as like natural as possible, but it's coming off of like,
give it to us right now. Yeah.
I don't remember the lines, but I'm like, I'm super cool. And so the point is that like, I go into this audition thinking one thing, and the character's actually another thing, and I find out I'm completely wrong for this audition. And like, I see someone out in like the lobby area, and I'm like, she's gonna get this because she has short purple hair and like a super cool outfit on. I'm like, if they're looking for a tough girl, it's probably not me for this particular thing. So
it's expectations, right? You go in with what it's like. If you're just doing auditions and you don't get it, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But to go in feeling like, ooh, it might be right. I might have the right look or the right vibe. And then it's like, ugh.
It's like, okay, I know that I'm just not right for this. Anyway, I was feeling super down, so I come home. And luckily, David was home at the same time. Yeah. And I was like, well, what was me? And then, we're talking, and I look down at my pants, and I'm like, David, my pants are on backwards. And legitimately, my leggings are on backwards. Completely backwards. So it was like a great button to the end of a horrible audition.
I would love to like somehow see them and they're like, man, we love that one girl, but her pants were on backwards. I just could not give somebody the part like that.
Nailed that one.
That's a good one. Pants on backwards is the perfect end to just about any story.
Right.
Oh, and then my pants were on backwards.
Yeah. So
see, as a guy, like it would never happen. It could never happen for me to realize, oh, my pants are on backwards.
Oh yeah, I guess it's
a very different experience.
Very different, yeah. But so I know that a lot of you peeps out there are relating to what I just said,
all the peeps.
Because there's a lot of, people trying to be actors, performers, and like you audition a lot, and they don't always go smoothly.
Oh, that's the thing is most of the time they don't.
I would
like
say
what
most
kind of
of the
crazy
time.
person would constantly submit themselves to be judged by other people till most of the time be told, nope, not you.
Yeah.
An actor would.
What we want to do is have you guys in the comments section tell us a story of just a terrible audition.
Please. If there's one that's funny enough,
make me
totally
feel better about myself.
Each week we'll probably share some kind of hilarious audition story. Maybe a success, most often
Probably
failures.
fail.
But if we see one in the comments that's pretty funny, we'll definitely share that.
Oh yeah. So leave us a comment and we'll put it in the next podcast.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. We already have so many, but we'll leave those for later.
Yeah, we'll just give you one little one a week.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we have a few things to get to. Do you want me to make you laugh, or do you want to do some trending stuff?
Oh yes. Let's do do you want to do the trending stuff first?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So every week we want to, I want to share just like a little something that I see like outwards in the world that's trending. Sometimes it's on social media. Sometimes it's just something that I think is super cool.
I like that you just try to keep up with what people are doing.
I'm just kind of keeping up with either fashion or social media or styles or like something odd that's whatever. And I'm doing that just to keep David informed in the world.
Keep me in the loop.
Because I feel like, you do a lot of sports stuff, but you don't do a lot of like
yeah,
other stuff.
I often only get pop culture references if it's because it's somehow connected to the world of sports, because that's all
true.
I'm really paying attention to.
So anyway, I wanted to share with everyone today. I'm sure you guys are all aware of Marie Kondo, her show on Netflix, and it's all about spark joy. So if you have like zero idea what I'm talking about, Marie Kondo is this amazing, sweet Japanese woman, and she's come over to America to help people organize their homes. And some of these people are like hoarders, and they have like a ton of stuff. Some of them not so much, but she comes in and she helps them work through each section of their house to like give each thing its place. Mm-hmm. And her whole thing is if it sparks joy. So if she has them hold each item in their hand, whether it's clothing, whether it's a book, whether it's something, and then if it creates like happiness within you, if you hold it and you're like, I love this thing, I want to read this thing or wear this thing or whatever it is, or like a kitchen utensil, whatever it is, I love that. I actually started doing this like way before her show came out, and I didn't even know what it was, but I even like fold my clothes like she does, and I didn't even know that either. Just like saving space and being organized, and I try to be as minimalistic as I can and not have a ton of stuff in my wardrobe, not have like a ton of options just in life, just have exactly what I want and what I need, and our stuff together as well. So I actually want to do a little experiment.
Yeah, you have some of my clothes over
I
here.
grabbed some of David's clothes.
Keep looking at them over there. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Okay. I'm back. Here I am.
She's back.
So I have 4 items of clothing for David, and I want to see if the spark joy thing works for someone who hasn't like done it a lot like I have. So I'm going to give you an item of clothing, and I want you to see if it makes you feel something. And if it doesn't, I want you to, what she does in the show is thank the item of clothing for like what it's done in your life, and then I want you to put it aside to give away. So we're gonna go through our whole closet and like our whole apartment and do this, but I thought this would be a fun little thing. So item number 1 is I just made the camera shape. This zip up sweater.
I feel it. Mm-hmm. Press it to my bosom.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I like the way I look in this. Mm-hmm. You called it a zip up? Mm-hmm. Okay. You got it for me.
I did.
And so it makes me feel nice and a little fancy, and I have joy from that. So
that's good.
I keep it.
So then I'll put it on this side for you.
Okay.
We'll keep it. Fling. Item number 2. This colorful flannel.
Okay, it needs to be washed.
How does it make you feel?
I like it. I don't know, is joy too strong a word?
No, you want it to make you feel joyful.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
if you don't feel joyful,
like it.
yeah.
I like it when I wear it. I like that it's got a little pink in there, which is fun.
Good job. So you like it. So we'll keep it.
That was easy. This is easy so far.
So then I have 2 casual pieces. I have this New England Patriots sweater.
It says all I want for Christmas is Tom Brady.
Oh, the sleeve is in there.
Tom Brady guy. And my sister gave this to me. It makes me feel joy because the Patriots are awesome and Tom Brady is awesome and my sister is awesome.
So that sparks joy.
I'll never get rid of that as long as I live.
And then last but not least, this knit sweater.
It's so funny. I've not worn this in a while. That doesn't mean that I want to get rid of it. I want to feel like I could wear this and be like a cool fisherman in Gloucester, Massachusetts. Like out on my little boat, catching fish like Casey Affleck.
Do you look at it and think, man, I love this, I love how I look in it, and I would pick this out of the closet to wear?
No, I really don't wear it that often. It's almost like I like the idea of it. I don't even like the way I look in this thing.
See, and
that
then
doesn't mean I want to get rid of it though.
But see, that's what people have a hard time with, is like, I could wear this at some point. I would like to wear this at some point, but then it just sits in your closet and takes up so much room.
That's exactly what it's been doing.
Our timer's coming up. I took a lot of time with that, but that was just to say
worries.
We'll take a lot more time and do like a whole video on closet clean out and like spring cleaning and stuff like that. I think that'd be fun. But, so in that case, since it's been sitting in your closet, I think this doesn't spark joy. But you know, if you're on the fence, just keep it for a little while longer.
What if we go on a vacation to Gloucester and we...
Oh, sorry, I flung it. Oh, you were going to let it go. Okay.
I thought that's what we were going to do. Don't take my fisherman sweater.
I won't. I won't take it away.
Cool. Well, I've heard people talk about what you're talking about. It sounds horrible. It sounds emotionally traumatizing. And whoever Marie Kondo is sounds like a sadist.
Oh my gosh. Really the opposite.
I think your mom
knows about it and she's doing it in her own home. So.
Yeah, right. There's no way Judy is spark joy.
She posted on Facebook the other day.
My mom's problem is that all of her things give her joy. So she would have to have a totally different metric of judging that. She'd have to be like, oh, stronger word than joy. That would be hilarious. That would be a whole thing.
Maybe she'd have to have like a conduit and be like, does this spark joy in you? I don't know. Sure.
Well, before we wrap up, we're going to do something I want to do every week. I find it so much fun. This is Will Terry Think It's Funny? This is just a clip from a video that it must have been when I was in middle school or like a freshman in high school that I first saw this. It's called The Annoying Devil, and he's just pranking people, and I'm just going to show you this part and see what you think.
That is so unsanitary.
There's one more.
And
I think
disgusting.
There's one more guy.
Oh my gosh.
Bro,
I can just picture.
It's poop.
I can picture little David being like, "Oh my gosh, this is the funniest thing ever."
I'm so disappointed.
I'm so sorry. That I normally think stuff like that's funny, but that's like that's real poop. If it was fake poop, I would think it's funny, but real poop. Ew, bro.
That's hilarious. Well, I'm 1-1.
I never want to see that
I'm still shooting 50%. Next week, I'm gonna make you laugh again.
I never ever want to see that ever again.
Okay.
Never again.
No. Yeah. Never again.
Never again.
It's still not never again. It's never enough.
I know.
Never enough. That's from it's from The Greatest Showman. Okay, well, I guess we can talk about this. If you, we love the movie The Greatest Showman.
It's such a good movie.
We should do a film review of The Greatest Showman. If you happen to be watching this and you know my brother Daniel Alvarado, we would love nothing more than if you would sing all the songs from The Greatest Showman at Daniel Alvarado.
Not like with him, like at him.
Even just like look him up on social media, DM him videos of yourself singing. He just loves that film so much. He watches it every night before he goes to sleep. Every night I lie in bed. I don't think he even sang it like that. Why am I doing that accent?
Well, the little girl sings it at one point.
The little boy sings it.
No.
Well, they both do. They sing it together.
Yeah, the little girl and the it's like.
It's not the New England Patriots. Well, because they all have glands. I think that is a pretty good spot.
That's a great place.
Just don't forget, find Daniel Alvarado. Daniel Stephen Alvarado. Find him.
And also
we should
remember,
link his Instagram.
Yeah, we're gonna put
Let's
that in
do
the
it.
description. Okay. Also in the description, we will put our other links to our
social
website.
Media.
Our social media is on links already on our page, so click on those. Make sure to subscribe.
Please subscribe, comment.
Click the little bell to get notified. It's great because we're putting up videos all the time during the week.
For sure.
And you never know what's gonna come.
Plus, you don't want to miss a podcast.
No, don't miss it.
So do that right now. Well, we should put the end screens up right now with those links.
Yeah. Comment if you have.
If you have an audition story,
please.
please comment below. We will definitely share your story.
Yeah.
We are going to sign off the way we always will. We like to start on the same page. We're going to finish on the same page. So you can click any of those links. Don't mind us. We're just going to try to mind meld here.
End on the same word. Here we go. Try it with whoever you're with too. Ready?
Yeah. Smooch your dog. Ready?
1, 2, 3. AirPods.
I said ukulele.
Ukulele and AirPods.
1, 2, 3. Sound.
Technology
And sound.
Okay.
It's not good.
1,
2, 3. Skrillex.
Skrillex?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could get that. Speaker and Skrillex.
1, 2, 3.
Concert.
DJ.
Oh, so close though.
DJ and concert. See, now we're gonna circle again.
No. DJ and concert.
DJ and concert.
Okay, 1,
2, 3. High.
Stadium. High.
Sorry.
Okay, stadium and high. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Denver.
Marijuana.
Oh.
Wait. No.
Denver. Marijuana.
Okay. No.
1, 2, 3. Colorado.
I swear I was gonna say Colorado. I swear.
We're gonna call it right there.
Whew, I swear I was gonna say Colorado.
Check the film. Ref, sir, check the tape.
Oh my